Well, how do you fit dinosaurs into the Bible? And our answer tends to surprise people. Our answer is, well, how do you do it? You don't. People say, wait, don't you guys believe in them? Absolutely. But here's the thing. We don't try to squeeze things or fit things into God's Word. What we do is we start with the Bible and use it to explain the world around us, including dinosaurs. And that's what we'll do during this session. We're going to stand on God's Word and use the biblical worldview, use biblical history to rightly understand these amazing creatures. In a sense, we'll put on those biblical glasses and use a biblical perspective to answer questions about dinosaurs. Because what the Bible does for us is it gives us the big picture of history. It gives us the right understanding of the past that we apply to the evidence in the present. And then we can properly understand dinosaurs and see that real science confirms what the Bible clearly says. And it's something I want to say right off the bat, and it's a really important principle we'll come back to numerous times. And this is what this is referring to, is that ultimately this issue of dinosaurs and how old they are and their origin, the age of the earth, rock layers, fossils, distant starlight, isotope dating, and so forth, guys, ultimately it's a worldview issue. You see, because all scientists, whether they're secular or biblical, they've got the same stuff in the present. The same rock layers, the same fossils, the same DNA, the same starlight in the present. But here's the key. They interpret those things differently in the present and make different guesses about where those things came from and thus their age based on their different starting assumptions about the past, based on their different worldviews. And here's the simple but yet profound point. If you start with the wrong assumptions, you'll most likely get the wrong conclusions. Have you ever experienced that in your life? Guys should raise both hands, right? Absolutely. I think we all have. Got a little story to kind of drive this point home. I haven't told this story in a while, but here you go. Does anybody know what this is right here? You do? What is it? There you go. It is a calf puller. And for the rest of us, we're like, that's a what? Yeah, that's a calf puller. Evidently, when a cow's having trouble giving birth to that baby calf, you take this pole, push it against the cow, take this cable, attach it to the calf, and you crank the calf out of the cow. I've never seen it. I've never done it. I don't want to. All right? But there's a story I know that involves one of these. You had a farmer that had a cow giving birth, but it was a breech birth. The calf was coming out backwards, hind legs first. So he had to use this calf puller. Just so happened this was all taking place by the side of the road as he's doing this thing. And as he's doing this, a city guy drives by, and he sees this train wreck happening on the side of the road. And so the guy slams on his brakes, pulls over, runs up to get a closer look. The farmer looks up, he sees the guy. He kind of laughs to himself, and he says, hey, have you ever seen anything like this before? And the city guy said, no, I've never seen nothing like this. Farmer said, you got any questions? The guy said, yeah, I got one. Farmer said, let's hear it. The guy said, well, just how fast was that calf going when it hit that cow? Some of y'all will get that later, all right? Don't worry about it. Not separating a wreck, all right? But again, wrong assumptions, wrong conclusions. And friends, secular scientists have reached some really wrong conclusions about certain things, like the age of the earth and universe, and dinosaurs and so forth. Why? Because they're starting with the wrong assumptions about the unseen past. They're trusting man's word over God's word about history. Wrong assumptions, wrong conclusions.